From the I24NEWS studios in Times Square in New York, this is Crossroads with David Schuster and Tal Heinrich.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crossroads. David Schuster is off. Derek Dennis is joining me. Great to have you, Derek. Out-of-control wildfires are threatening some of the world's most expensive real estate in Southern California. Close to 100,000 people have been forced to evacuate Los Angeles and Ventura counties, including the coastal city of Malibu.
The fire began Thursday morning. Already more than 10,000 acres have been burned. Let's go live right now to Natalie Burnell. She's in L.A. County. Natalie.
Yeah, Derek and Tal, the latest number we have is 14,000 acres burned. I'm in Oak Park, California, which is one of the hardest hit areas. You can see this home behind me reduced to rubble, and the neighbors here were describing last night like a war zone. But the house next door to the right looks untouched, which shows you the erratic nature of this fire, fanned by strong winds. At sunrise, firefighters received some much-needed relief from air support.
Everyone is responding with every tool in the toolbox.
The wind-driven Woolsey and Hill fires devouring the brush near Thousand Oaks, California.
It happened so fast.
Dozens of homes here already destroyed.
It's just devastating. What you take for granted every day, being able to come home and rest your head on a bed, it's gone.
The flames jumping the busy 101 freeway, halting commute. More than 100,000 people under evacuation orders, including all of Malibu. You can see the bumper-to-bumper traffic on the famous Pacific Coast Highway. Residents scrambling to leave.
I knocked on my roommate's door and he said, let's get the hell out of here. And so grabbed whatever I thought I could grab and luckily made it down the street in time.
To the north, heartbreaking destruction as the campfire about 90 miles outside Sacramento turns deadly. Strong winds sparking terrifying fire whirls. Some residents narrowly escaping the danger, their cars surrounded by golden flames.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
We've got 4 people trapped in the basement.
4 stuck in a hospital basement, saved moments before the building went up in smoke. In the city of Paradise, apocalyptic images as at least 2,000 homes and businesses are destroyed. You can just see the destruction here, and you have to remember that this community is still reeling from that mass shooting that happened. So this is almost a double whammy, and officials don't know an official number for how many homes burned down, but acting Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency both in the northern counties of California as well as here in Southern California. Reporting live in Oak Park, California, Natalie Brunel, back to you.
Natalie, before you go, we want to ask you about these fires. We've been talking about how they've impacted Malibu, some of the most expensive and beautiful real estate in the country. How bad is it?
Yeah, so we've been hearing of so many homes going up in flames, including that of celebrity Caitlyn Jenner, the set of Westworld. It's called Paramount Ranch. We know part of that has burned down, and really it's just the winds have been so erratic that every couple of hours we're getting these updates with more and more homes that have been destroyed. So far, we have not heard of any fatalities or severe injuries here in this fire, but up north in the Camp Fire, we do know of those 5 deaths that happened, people trapped in their vehicles. So this is a very scary situation, and officials here are making sure that residents know that if there is an evacuation order, you should really get out because this is a very dangerous fire.
Natalie, do you know how many people have evacuated maybe so far, and why is the fire spreading so quickly, by the way?
Sure. So at last count, we had as many as 148,000 people who are under evacuation orders. There are some areas here that are in Ventura and LA counties and some in unincorporated areas. And as for why it's spreading, it's very, very strong erratic winds and bone dry conditions.
All right, that's correspondent Natalie Brunel reporting live from the front lines of the wildfires in California. Natalie, thank you. Well, now let's go to Sergeant Eric Bouchot with the Ventura County Sheriff's Department. Sheriff, thank you for your time. We know you're busy. Give us an update, the very latest on the fire situation. Where does things stand right now?
So I'm in Thousand Oaks at our command center where resources are being sent out throughout the day to different areas to attack the fire, and also for our law enforcement contingent to help with evacuations and then patrol areas where people have been evacuated to make sure that people aren't going back in there and people aren't looting. And this fire has spread extremely fast and covered a wide area. I mean, the 14,000-acre estimate, it's going to be well north of that. That's a very conservative estimate at this point. I expect those numbers to go up. On the Ventura County side, so we're in unified command with our partners in Los Angeles County because this fire is burning in both counties simultaneously. Since yesterday, we've issued evacuation notices to more than 95,000 residents here in Ventura County.
So how do you urge people to evacuate and follow the directions, the guidelines? Your officers are literally going door to door to get residents to leave? Are most of the people really going, or are you finding holdouts?
Well, I think in the past, I've been doing this for 29 years, and I've seen a shift in the last couple of years. The intensity of the fires, we've had a pretty long-standing drought that we never came out of. Northern California kind of came out of the drought a couple of years ago. They got a lot of rain. We never saw that here. So we've had these bone-dry conditions now for years, and the last couple of years, these fires have been way more intense and destructive than I've ever seen. And I think especially last year when people saw what happened in Northern California with people dying trying to get out and just being overrun by flames. Now when we issue evacuation orders, people go. And we do a multi-pronged approach. We do notifications via the internet, via email, and then also via landline phones and wireless phones. Now, the wireless phones, we all know not as many people have landline phones anymore. So to be on the wireless system, people have to opt in, and that's a challenge. So we're constantly trying to get more and more people to opt in and participate so they can receive those notifications in an emergency. Sure. But coupled with that, we do send deputies out there and do those door-to-door or via loudspeaker, that kind of thing. And that combination seems to work. I can tell you, I live in Thousand Oaks. My neighborhood was evacuated last night. I had to go, and a lot of people were leaving.
Well, Sergeant, we know you're working hard. We're glad you're safe, and we know you're working to keep everyone else safe there and on the front lines of the fires. Thanks for joining us here on I24 News. Sergeant Eric Bouchot.
Thanks.
Those wildfires are burning in Thousand Oaks, California, a city already in mourning over the deadly mass shooting at the dance bar filled with college students.
All right, it's very close by. The gunman killed 12 people, including a police officer, before turning the gun on himself. Reporter Maggie Ruley has the latest details.
Another community shattered by gun violence. 12 people killed, including a responding police officer, when a gunman opened fire during college night at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks, California. As that community mourns, in another, Pittsburgh, a moment of silence is being held. Less than 2 weeks ago, 11 people were killed inside the Tree of Life synagogue.
We must redouble our efforts to reduce the ability for hateful people to commit mass murder.
A year before that, the worst shooting in U.S. history took place in Las Vegas. Telemakis Orfanos, a Navy veteran, survived the Vegas massacre, only to be killed at the borderline. His mother now demanding change.
And I don't want prayers. I don't want thoughts. I want gun control, and I hope to God nobody else sends me any more prayers. I want gun control. No more guns.
The lives taken now coming into focus. 18-year-old Elena Housley, a freshman at Pepperdine University. She was enjoying a night out with her friends line dancing. She was the niece of Sister star Tamara Mowry Housley. The actress writing on Instagram, "My sweet, sweet Elena, my heart breaks. I'm still in disbelief. It's not fair how you were taken and how soon you were taken from us." 22-year-old Cody Kaufman spoke to his dad when he was on his way to the bar.
Last thing I said was, "Son, I love you."